Folks, it's Javier here, coming to you live the same night of my first video. 5:20 a.m. Sunday, September 26, 2021, and we need to talk about Uber. Uber is getting creepy, to put it lightly. Uber is getting creepy. Okay, so we know recently, along with a bunch of other companies, that they mandated the mandatory vaccinations for all their employees. Uber is among many companies. There's Uber, United Airlines, aka Continental, as I still call it, an airline that has fallen so hard, an airline that has fallen from grace. Okay, there's supposedly Fox News, which is an embarrassment. And there's a bunch of other companies that are just the numbers are growing and growing and growing. Companies that are mandating vaccinations. Uber is one of them. They did it recently, but they are going on another. They're taking things to a next step, and this step is affecting not just the people who drive the Uber, but the people who ride Uber, like myself. Yeah, we know there's a face mask policy, blah blah blah. It's old news. Now they are telling their employees to report customers who may ride without a face covering. And I got a very creepy. I took Uber today from the West Natick station over to the Natick Mall in Massachusetts. And I come to my attention tonight, I got a very creepy email from them. A very creepy email, and I'm going to read it to you. Give me 1 second just to pull it up. Give me 1 second. Phone's moving a little slow. Okay. Uber, by the way, my driver is not getting a tip because of this. That's just what it is. Hi, Javier. Your driver shared with us that you aren't wearing a face mask during your recent trip. To help protect everyone's health and safety, riders and drivers are required to wear a mask on every trip when using Uber. Our mask policy follows CDC guidelines, stating that masks are required when using rideshare, even if you've already received the vaccine. Before your next trip, you'll be asked to verify that you're wearing a mask. This is the creepy part. Before your next trip, this is all creepy, by the way. The very fact that they're now getting the drivers to report unmasked customers. That's creepy. This is going to get creepier. It gets creepier. Before your next trip, you'll be asked to verify that you're wearing a mask by taking a photo of yourself wearing one with the app and sending it in. Riders who receive multiple reports of not wearing a mask will lose access to the app. So this is scary. Now they're asking you, Uber's asking you, if they catch you without a mask on your trip, riding Uber will allow them to report you. Okay, Uber will allow them to report you. And then you're going to get an email from Uber. And then Uber is going to ask you to take a photo of yourself wearing a mask before your next trip and then send it in. That's very creepy. I don't know about you. That's very, very creepy. Very creepy. And I think Uber should be sued for this. I think they should be sued. I think that that's a violation of somebody's that's a violation of somebody's bubble. That's a violation of somebody's personal rights. You shouldn't have to take a picture and send it to take a picture of yourself wearing your face covering and then send it to Uber in order to let that be your passport to be able to get in another Uber car again. That right there, my friends, is the same thing as a vaccine passport. You have to show proof in New York City or in New Orleans or in multiple other parts of the country that you are vaccinated. Show proof in order to dine in restaurants, to go to gyms, to go to museums, to do extracurricular activities they used to take for granted in 2019. Now, with Uber, you have to show proof. If they catch you one time without a mask, like today, you have to show proof that you are wearing a mask by taking a picture of yourself wearing a mask and sending it to Uber in order for you to be able to board another Uber car. It's getting real out there, folks. It's getting scary out there. This is draconian mandate. Take a picture of myself wearing a mask and send it to Uber. Otherwise, no Uber ride for you. Forget it, even if you're stranded, forget about it. You don't get to ride Uber. If you violate your one warning and you don't take a picture of yourself wearing a mask and send it to Uber, you can't ride Uber anymore. And the fact that they're tracking this, the fact that they're asking Uber drivers, is this customer wearing a mask? And if you're not wearing a mask, you're going to get that email. And the next time I ride Uber, they're going to say, you have to send a picture of yourself wearing a mask. Yes, things are getting scary out there. And we can't let this happen. We're a free country. We have to stand up. The people have to stand up. Uber should be boycotted at the end of the day. Sued, boycotted. And, this shouldn't fly. This shouldn't be allowed. Just some thoughts, folks. We're getting into very interesting times. I believe this is all this is biblical. All this is, but you cannot buy in the Revelation chapter 13. He who does not have the mark of the beast, he cannot buy, he cannot sell. He cannot buy, sell, or trade. If you don't have your vaccine passport in New York City, you can't buy or sell. If you're not wearing a mask in the places that are mandating masks, can't buy or sell. Can't go to businesses, gyms, etc., museums, extracurricular activities, supermarkets, can't buy food, any of that without the mask. Without the vaccine passport. Can't get an Uber ride unless you take a picture of yourself wearing a mask and send it to Uber to show your proof. Otherwise, no Uber ride for you. None of this is the mark of the beast. All this is resembling the mark of the beast in Revelation, as written in Revelation chapter 13. All this is a precursor to show you what's coming and to show you what would happen in the tribulation period. And even taking religion out of this, we're losing our freedoms in the nation. We're not the free country that we were in 2019. We're losing it, and we have to fight for it. And in my opinion, we have to vote for it. If we, that's where we are. Thanks for watching. Shame on Uber, boycott Uber, and just find any other alternatives. Give cabs back their business, for goodness sakes. Cabs lost to Uber. They've been suffering, but they're still around. You can still use them. So just give them back their business. They want their business back. They miss having their business. They've lost their business over the past couple of years. Let's just say, forget Uber, forget Lyft. Give cabs back their business. Thanks for watching, folks. Just a rant. Talk to you later.